Hello, in this video we're going to be reviewing the stats and data tables pages of the Kiveev platform. These pages are great for looking at the different meters, portfolios, sites, contracts, budgets, forecasts within the system under a particular client, or for ZTP use, you're looking across multiple clients at a time. So for this demo, we're using the AM Kiveev demo client. We've got company UID, company name, and then within this, the number of contracts we hold in the company, the minimum contract and maximum contract date, so we can see how long a time period we've been managing this client and what contracts are in the system, how many budgets, how many sites, how many meters, electric meters, gas meters, water meters, how many invoices have been uploaded for the client, the max and min dates of the invoices, and then also controls in here about whether for this client we can auto-generate bill PDFs in place of supplier PDFs if they're not being provided, whether we can also create cover sheets onto invoices or not. So we've got control client by client in that regard. There's also a tab here for suppliers. So this demo client's obviously just using the one demo supplier. But this is fantastic where we've got a client that has multiple suppliers, maybe one core supplier where they're in two baskets with say 1,000 meters, but where they have a couple of other suppliers on the periphery from suppliers they've inherited from change of tenancies, things like that. We can see those and how many suppliers we've got currently working in place. And then we've got maximum min contract dates for each supplier, example companies, that sort of thing. In tune with that, we've got a table of contracts here. So again, not only how many suppliers have we got, how many contracts have we got per supplier. It's a great one for identifying, say, where we've got those inherited contracts from change of tenancies and how many we need to be merging into larger, wider sort of purchasing frameworks and flex contracts. We've got table of forecasts. So again, here we've got multiple forecasts. So because you can have multiple consumption forecasts or iterations of forecasts per meter or per contract. And the same thing for financial forecasts as well. So obviously, as we build more of these versions out, we can see what's happening with them. You see, these different forecasts have been given different names. We cover consumption forecasting and budgeting in other videos, so look out for those. And then we've got budget volume, budget price, contracted AQ, when they were created, who by, this sort of thing from an audit trail perspective. And then get into the detail here about portfolio, so line per portfolio, how many sites, meters, by different fuel types, what countries this portfolios cover, example sites, meters, contract start dates, min and max. And then we've got come into detail about sites. So for this company, we've got 11 sites. And all these tables can be exported straight into Excel for manipulation or analysis. But within the portfolio, the site dashboard, site table, we've got site name, site reference, property references, number of meters on site, how many commodities they serve, the addresses, and then far more information about useful floor area, billing addresses, as we move through. And then for meters, again, full detail of all the meters. We've got 25 meters in this client, what fuel type they are, what's the current contract they're under as of this date here. So at the 1st of January 2022, these contracts were in place. You've got variables, whether the meters are marked as procuring or not, whether we're validating it, whether the meter's vacant, feeding a void unit. You've got data collector, the meter status, whether it's interval 48, AMR or non-half hourly AMR, whether it's effectively a dumb meter, and then also if there's a previous supply contract running up before the current contract, who was it? If there's a next supply contract coming into play, then what's the detail of that? It's incredibly useful where we've got those inherited contracts and when are they moving into the wider basket. We're able to identify that straight on the report. What budgets are in place per meter, what forecasts are in place, and so on and so forth. This can be refined by the controls at the top here and the controls on the left-hand menu, or you can view all and say download straight into Excel for reporting and analysis. Thank you very much for your time.